welcome to historic Larks Baseball. Tonight's game is the second of the two-game series and features the Denver Cougars and your Larks. The Larks enter tonight's game at 31-8 on the season and at 22-4 are in second place in the Rocky Mountain. 18 overall, 11 and 16 in the league. This game has been made possible through the generous sponsorship of Massage by America, Fire Electric, and Revive Massage and Movement of Hayes. We greatly appreciate these generous folks and their support of Larks Baseball. And now let's meet tonight's starters for your Hayes Larks. Leading off and playing shortstop from Arizona Western College, number 4, Ben Benji. And from the University of Texas at Arlington, number 2, Tanner Rice. Third for the Larks, tonight's 8th Street Liquor Beverage batter, the third baseman from Kansas City, Kansas Community College, number 12, Palmer Hutchison. And batting fourth, the first baseman from Murray State, number 20, Garrett Brule. Batting fifth, playing center field from East Tennessee State, number 8, Leo Jimian. Fielder from Ohio State University, number 6, Hunter Rossa. The right fielder from the University of Oklahoma, number 23, Brendan Lucas. Batting eighth, tonight's designated hitter from the University of Oklahoma, number 28, Cade Brown. And batting ninth, the catcher from Seminole State College, number 5, Jackson Halter. Tonight making the pitching start for the Larks from the University of New Mexico, number 25, Cam Walton. And in his 40th season with the Larks, please welcome the head coach, Mr. Frank Leo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we won were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, our thanks to Brian Shin and tonight's national anthem.
welcome back for another game of Larks baseball. Just 3 left, including this one on the regular season for the Hayes Larks. This is game 2 of 2 against the Denver Cougars. Cam Walton is on the bump for the Larks, who are looking to win their 5th game against Denver this season. Something's gone out into left field, and that'll delay us for seconds, but we're good to go now here. Top of the first, leading it off is Adam Workan. He's the second baseman for the Denver Cougars. Workan out of Southwestern College. He's an Austin, Texas native. The first pitch to him grounded to Palmer Hutchison, back in the lineup tonight, and throws across the diamond. In time gets Cam Walton a quick out. First pitch at 7:07. Much cooler tonight. We're about 20 degrees cooler than we have been the past few days at Larks Park. Just sitting about 80 degrees or so after quite a few triple-digit games. TJ Ream to the box. He's the center fielder out of Colorado Mesa. He's a Parker, Colorado native. One away, the pitch home from Walton, fouled off, a ball, or no balls, and a strike. Brazel on deck, Minnick in the hole for the Cougars. Walton 2-1 this season. This is his 11th appearance on the mound. It's his 3rd start. He struck out 24 through 17 2/3. Has walked just 8 guys all summer. 4.15 ERA with a 1.44 WHIP. He's out of Cleburne, Texas. Goes to New Mexico University. His first action on the bump in 8 days after going 13 days between his last 2 outings. Due to an arm injury, he's back on the mound, and he will hit Ream and put a runner at first with 1 away. Good to see Cam throwing today. Only threw 1 inning against Fort Collins on the 16th. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. That was a big gain for him after it looked like he might not throw in a Larks uniform again after that injury on the 3rd. On the 3rd, he just threw 1/3 of an inning on 1 out, and then mid-at-bats, his arm, something in his throwing arm went wrong, and he called Keith Harper out of the dugouts. And it was actually after the ground outs that he called him out, and they checked him out. And then Cade Hare went in and threw without any warm-up in the bullpen and did a good job replacing Cam. But progress went better than he thought it would, and we got some good news, and he's good to go. Gets a fly out of Will Brazel, and it takes us to the catcher, Zeke Minnick. 2 away, runner at first base here in the top half of the first inning. Zeke Minnick out of Ventura College. He's a Thornton, Colorado native. Cam, a 6'4" freshman for the Lobos, where he did not make any appearances on the bump this season. Sees this fly ball get taken to center field. Was going for left center, and then they strong wind moving from left to right across the field. Took it right to Leo Jiminian. And the Larks work out of the first inning. Lone hits 1, but gets 3 outs and doesn't let that runner get past first base. Scoreless to the bottom of the first here from Hayes. Bottom of the first, Ben Ferenzi will lead things off. Batted at the top of the order yesterday in the Larks' 14-1 win against the Denver Cougars in 7 innings. 2-hit day yesterday for Ferenzi. Going 2 for 5, picked up 2 runs and also drove in 2. Larks won that game by 13, picking up 12 hits. Cougars put up just 1 run off of 4 hits. A ball and a strike to Ferenzi on the bump. Easton Nichols without a record this season. Appearance number 13 for him. It's his 4th start. He's thrown 23 1/3, striking out 18, has a 3.47 ERA. 2-1 counts. Nichols on the bump, a 6'2 freshman out of Augustana College, a D3 school, going up against the JUCO man out of Arizona Western. No stats available for Nichols in his college career. So he will step off the rubber and get ready to go to Ferenzi. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rice on deck, Hutchison in the hole for the Hayes Larks. Pitch inside towards the knees of Ferenzi, 3-2. Ben this year against the Cougars, 3 of 8 with 3 runs and 2 RBIs. 2 doubles, 2 stolen bases along with a hit by pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes to the top of the order. Payoff pitch is a slow one. Ferenzi thought about swinging at it. As the changeup misses above the letters, he takes first base. Nichols has now walked 16 this season. 27 hits, 16 walks, and 18 strikeouts through 23 1/3. Tanner Rice to the box. 7 of 14 this year against the Cougars with 5 runs scored and 3 runs driven in. 6 singles and a double against him. Nichols looks at Ferenzi, delivers home to Rice and misses the zone. 1-0 counts. That was close to the zone. Nichols couldn't believe that it was called a ball. It looked good from up here. The count is 1-0. Nichols, the southpaw, looks at Ferenzi and decides to go to him. Bends in safely head first. Hutchison on deck, Rule in the hole for the Larks. Right now it's the second baseman out of UTA at the plates. He sends it to the right side, really high. 3 guys run for it as it drops in the bullpen of the Cougars. 1 on, nobody outs. 1-1 counts. The Larks coming to this game 38-1 on the season. They're 22-4 in league play, 2.5 games back against the BJs, who won the Rocky Mountain Baseball League yesterday. The first year that the Larks have been in the RMBL that they do not take home the crown. They still got a bid to the NBC, and the Cougars do as well, as Ferenzi advances on the wild pitch. Not sure how the Cougars got their bid, as they are currently 6th in the RMBL, 14 games back, and they are 11-16 in the league, 15-18 on the season. Currently, Dodge is the team in 3rd place. So the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place teams don't get a bid, but the Cougars will be headed to Wichita to play in the NBC World Series. 2-2 count. Larks will take on Austin, Texas on Thursday in the NBC World Series in Hutchison, and then win your pool or finish top 2, and then you go to Wichita. 2-2 breaking ball high and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rice. Ferenzi at second base with nobody else. Larks put up 14 runs yesterday against the Cougars, and have a chance to score 1 here early in the first. Last night was the 15th run rule this season for the Larks, and the Larks will start off this game with back-to-back walks.
Tonight's 8th Street Liquor Beverage batter, the 3rd baseman from Kansas City Community College, number 12, Hutchison.
Hutchison to the box. It's his first game in a minute. After Rice picks up walk number 23 this season, Ferenzi number 11. Hutchison, it's his 31st game of the summer. It's his first game in a week. His last effort was against the Tribe, where he went 0 for 2 but scored 2 times when he reached on a fielder's choice and a walk. Grounds this one to his dugouts. 0-1 count. Ferenzi at second. Rice at first base for Palmer Hutchison. If the season ended right now, Palmer Hutchison would finish 4th all-time in a single season for slugging percentage in Larks history. Currently leading the team in slugging is Dylan Dreiling, who would finish first in a single season on the mark, but he's having the day off. Both runners will move up 90 feet. Good jump from Ferenzi. Allows him to steal third without a throw. Tanner Rice just jogs to second. Not worried about them throwing down. Ferenzi, 9 for 9 on the base paths. Tanner Rice, 9 for 10 in stolen base attempts. 1-1 to Palmer Hutchison. He grounds it past Jeremiah Scott in the hot corner and pick up at least 1 RBI. And it will be just 1 on the RBI single for Palmer Hutchison. And as the beverage batter, the Larks fans get half-price beverages for the remainder of the bottom of the first inning. So fans will move down there. It's not as hot as it has been, but they'll appreciate Palmer Hutchison getting them cheap drinks early. Just 2 more beverage batters on the season, as the Larks will have 2 more games against the Game Day Angels on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then that'll wrap up the regular season. 1-0 Larks, runners on the corners with nobody else, so Hutch drives up that slugging percentage right there. Drives in RBI number 34 of the season. .34 RBIs this year for Palmer Hutchison. Now has 69 RBIs in his Larks career, where he's now played in 97 games. 0-1 will miss inside and low to Garrett Gruhl. 1 ball and a strike. Garrett Gruhl this year against the Cougars has only played in 1 game, and he went 1 for 4 against them with a run scored and a run driven in. Pop up behind the plates. Goes in front of the plate now to the right side, and Gruhl will pop out for the first outs of this ball game and for the Larks offense.
The Larks center fielder from East Tennessee State, number 8,
Leo Jiminian to the box. Has seen a lot of the Denver Cougars in the past 3 years. In his 3-year career against the Cougars, he is 13 for 50 with 8 RBI, 6 walks, and 11 runs scored. His hits, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, and 8 singles. Add another hit to that. Nope, never mind. It misses just to the left side of the foul line in left field. Looked good off the bat, but just dropped on the left side of the chalk in the grass. Hutchison at first, Tanner Rice at third. Ferenzi scored and is a lone run of the game. Pop fly again. This one goes out into the second baseman's territory. Warhand gets it. Back-to-back pop outs for the Larks. 2 away, runners on the corners for Hunter Rosson.
From Ohio State, the left fielder, number 6, Hunter Rosson.
Rosson 3 for 5 in last night's contest. Picked up 2 RBIs and also drove in a run. Single, double, and a triple on the day for him, which just was a home run short of the cycle. Nichols with an earned run already in his first 2/3 of actions. Gets a ground ball to Tanner Rice. Or excuse me, it goes to Tanner Rice off the bat to Hunter Rosson. And it goes just to the left side of the third base back, kind of just like Leo Jiminian. Could have been an easy RBI. Instead, he's back in the batter's box with an 0-1 count, just like Leo did. On Leo's next pitch, he popped out. We'll see what Rosson does with his. 0-1 with 2 away. The pitch breaks low and misses as it bounces off a Minnick a ball, and a strike to the Ohio State Buckeye. The Larks are currently outscoring the Cougars 56-14 this season. This is their 5th game against them, and they are 4-0 and have run ruled Denver 3 times. Two-one counts. Nichols takes a long look at Palmer Hutchison, who doesn't have a big lead at first base. Misses low towards the cleats of Hunter Rawson. 3-1 counts. Rice at third. Hutchison at first with 2 away. Three-one will be called a strike. It's a close call right there. Rawson doesn't argue with it, but you could tell he wasn't happy about it. It is a 3-2 count to the left fielder. Crandall no longer holding Hutchison on, who's running on the payoff pitch. It's inside, but having to protect the plate. Hunter Rawson brings the hands in and pulls it to the left side out of play. Been a long bottom of the first for Nichols on the bump. Larks refusing to let him get out of this inning without running up his pitch count a little bit. He's already in the 20s. This time will be called. Looks in, gets a sign for a minute as Hunter Rawson gets ready again. And the second payoff pitch will be swung and missed, so after having nearly a walk, Rawson will strike out to end the first inning. Larks leave runners on the corners, but do pick up a run as we move to the second from Larks Park.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Top of the second, Cam Walton back to the mound. Gets a swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Halter from Cam Uran. No balls and a strike to the shortstop. Quickly 0-2 with the counts. He ran out of Metro State. He's a Centennial, Colorado native. Sapakov on deck. Crandall in the hole for the Cougars, who are batting 10 guys in the order today. They got permission from Keith Harper before the game to do it. So they're going to put 10 guys at the plate. 1-2 counts. Ground ball pulls Cam Walton off the bump. Puts it in the leather, tosses it to first base, and he gets his third straight out. Pregame in the first inning got 2 flyouts and a groundouts. Hit one guy but left him at first base. Second inning, 1 away. Larks up 1-0, and the base paths are empty for Matthew Sapikoff out of College of the Deserts. 1-0 counts to the left fielder. Defense is straight up against him as he sends this one to the right side and out of play. Larks with 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 left on with a run in the first inning. 1-1, beautiful slider from Walton, catches the corner. A ball and 2 strikes. One, two, fouled off. Cam has struck out 24 guys this season. Was, at least through June, one of the top strikeout guys on Larks roster in terms of just putting up big strikeout numbers, and then that injury has allowed him to fall down the leaderboard a little bit as guys like Brady Rose, Hunter Marshall, and Hunter Parker have shot up there. 2-2, pump fly to the right side. Luke Arts moves towards the foul line and gets it. 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Luke Arts out, and Riley, let's give you the rest of the defensive orientation for the Larks. Which the screen right now is wrong. That's yesterday's lineup, so ignore what you just saw there. But from left to right in the outfield, Ross and Jiminy and Luke Arts. Hutchison and Ferendi on the left side of the infield. Rice at second, Gruel at first, with Jackson Halter behind the plates. One. After that one, catch the zones. There's today's lineup. Sneak peek at the defensive alignment. 1-1 counts with 2 away. The pitch home from Walton. Check swing. It's in the zone. 1-2 counts to Crandall, the first baseman. Crandall to Finger Lakes Community College. He's a New York native. 2-way base pass empty. Walton looking for his first strikeout of the day. Won't get it, but he should get the outs as this one's grounded to the hot corner. Hutchison scoops it. Throws across the diamond. The first inning starts with a ground out to Palmer. The second inning ends with it. As we go to the bottom half, Larks up by a run. Larks have the second. Leading things off for the Birds is the right fielder out of St. Joseph, Missouri, Braden Lucarts. His 1-0 pitch gets sent to center field where Ream moves back into the left and gets us the first out of the second inning. Nichols is now retired 4 in a row after putting the first 3 on the base paths. Bottom of the second, base is empty, 1 away for Cade Brown. Cade Brown against the Cougars this year, 3 for 6 with 3 RBIs, 3 walks, and 3 runs scored. In his career, he is 5 for 12 with 7 RBIs and still just 3 runs all this year, and adds 2 more walks onto his total. One 0 to Brown, misses just inside 2-0 count. Larks coming to this game 31-8 on the season. They've won 8 of the last 9 and are 15-3 in July. Looking for their 8th sweep of the season. Brown will get them on the base paths here in the second inning with a single to left field. Larks' second hit of the day, a single from Hutch in the first and a single from Brown in the second.
From Seminole State College, the Larks catcher, number 5, Jackson Halter.
Jackson Halter to the box. He's the catcher at the bottom of the order. Tennessee native at first base. Texas native at the plate for the Larks. Larks 2 hits, 2 walks so far on the day. First pitch is a called strike to Halter. Frenzy on deck, Rice in the hole for the Larks. This is Halter's 19th game of the summer. 364 batting average as he watches this one miss outside a ball and a strike. He's had a good year at the plate, has had some extremely productive days. He's picked up 24 hits and has driven in 24 runs as well. He's had 2 5 RBI games, 2 home run games, and has quite a few multi-hit games. Had a 5-hit game against the Rough Riders on the 3rd of July. Went 5 for 6, 2 singles, a double, and 2 home runs. Drove in 4 and scored 3. 2-1 counts to him, and the pitch is going to be at his hands. 3-1. Nichols still in the bump. He pitched against the Larks a couple times this season already. Pitched against Hayes on June 11th where he didn't get an out and gave up 2 runs. One of them was earned. Allowed 3, no strikeouts in that efforts. And then a week later he pitched against the Larks in Hayes on the 18th. Gave us 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits. No earned runs, but 2 unearned runs. No walks, no strikeouts. 3-1 home. It'll miss the zone. He will walk his 3rd of the day. Number 18 of the season through 24 2/3.
The Larks batting winner, the shortstop, number 4, Ben
Frenzy back to the box. He walked in the first inning and scored the Larks' lone run so far. No courtesy runner for a catcher at first base. Opposite field ground ball goes to the second baseman, Workin, who uses his momentum to throw to first. It would have been tough to throw across his body and get Halter out at second base. Frenzy now 0 for 1. Halter at second, Cade Brown at third for Tanner Rice, who walked and was left at third base in the first inning. Tanner yesterday subbed in for Austin Jaslove, who got injured. He went 1 for 2 with a run scored. Jaslove was walked around before the game, looked all right, but he's out of the lineup today. When I talked to him after the game, he said he was all right yesterday, so hopefully all things will be good to go come NBC World Series time. Fly ball to right field, Brazzle's at the wall. He has a hand on it. He leaps up. Did he get it? No, he did not. home run for Tanner Rice. It is a 3-run shot. It's his first home run as a Lark. 4-0 Larks. They'll get a put on the pink cowboy hat for the first time this season, as Hayes has now hit 50 home runs on the summer. Just kept carrying to right field, and he'll enjoy this one all the way back to the dugouts. Tanner now with 17 RBIs on the season. Brings home Cade Brown and Jackson Halter. That was big right there for Tanner. That's one of the best players in the RBL, but also one of the nicest dudes in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. He was my roommate when we went to Colorado and has been one of my best friends this summer. He's just a solid dude. Good to see him get his first home run right here at Larks Parks. The fans liked it, especially on some Sunday night baseball. A good crowd all got to their feet for Rice. It's packed the pantry weekend, so if you're planning on coming to the game and you're just watching the first few innings on the stream, be sure to bring some non-perishable goods to the ballpark. Help out the Hayes Community Assistance Center. (2-1) to Hutchison. Will miss the zone. 3-1. Brown has now scored 18 runs this season. Jackson Halter scores his 15th. Larks hit 55 home runs last year, and that seemed like a whole lot, and it is a lot, but we're just 5 shy of it and have 2 more regular season games left and at least 3 games at the NBC World Series, I believe. Guaranteed 3, and then we'll see what goes from there. It's either 3 or 2. There's 4 teams in the pool, and I think we should play every team, but you can check out the schedule at the NBC World Series. Go to their website, see what's up there. Larks play on Thursday against Austin. First pitch to Garrett Gruhl, miss at his feet after Hutchison just walked on 5 pitches. Walking a single on the day for Palmer Hutchison. And his career against the Cougars is now 12 for 34 with 15 walks, 14 RBIs, and 9 runs. This season against them, he had a 3-home run game back in Colorado. It was a massive 7 RBI day for Palmer Hutchison. Runner at first with 2 away here in the 2nd inning. Garrett Gruhl at the plate. He popped out to Crandall in foul territory for the first out of the Larks' day at the plates. Ground ball, pulled foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moves the scoreboard here in Hayes. 2 more games on the season for the Larks before we go to the NBC World Series. Tuesday, 7:30 start time against the Angels, and then Wednesday, start time at 7. But to be sure to check out the game a little bit earlier on Tuesday. We're trying to get the stream going earlier. It's host family nights, so that's always a cool ceremony. And then we'll also be celebrating some special Larks on the roster here at the stadium. 1-2. Close pitch. Nichols didn't get the call. Good eye from Garrett Gruhl. 2-2 counts. Larks have scored 3 runs this inning, all off the bat at Tanner Rice. It is the 7th batter of the 2nd at the plate right now. Uh-oh. Trouble right there, but it will be caught by Sapikoff. Well struck by Garrett Gruhl. Looked like it was due for extra bases, but Sapikoff shakes it down and gets the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. Larks put up a trio thanks to Tanner Rice. His home run to right field, his first of the season. To the 3rd we go. Larks up by 4. Larks up by 4 after a 3-run second inning, leading things off here in the third. Easton Nichols, the pitcher, who gave up a home run in the last inning. 0-1 counts. Pitch misses outside a ball and a strike. Nichols has faced 13 batters through his first 2 innings. Didn't get some calls that he wanted, and it gave the Larks a few extra chances. 2 balls and a strike to the pitcher. Nichols out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Pops this one up the middle. It will drop and roll to Leo Geminian out in center field. It is the first hit of the day for the Denver Cougars. Cam Walton now through two innings, 1 hit, no walks, no runs. He's left 1 on base. That was back in the first inning. He faced the minimum in the second with 2 ground outs and a pop outs. One-0 count to the 9-hole John Pelican, who pitched in yesterday's game. He's tonight's DH. Grounds this one foul. Scoreboard shows a 1-1 count. Pelican in yesterday's outing on the bump. 3 innings in the start, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, 2 unearned. Struck out 3 and walked 2. Also gave up a home run. It was Leo Geminian who hit the home run for the Larks, a solo shot. Pelican 0-3 this year on the bump against the Larks. Cougars only threw 2 yesterday. Jeremiah Scott threw the last 3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs and 1 unearned. Larks threw 3 pitchers. Ben Baker Livingston got the start and the win, going 4 innings in the 7-inning contest. 1 hit, no runs, strikes out 4. Meredith threw the next 2, 3 hits. The lone run of the day came against him. He struck out 1, no walks as well. And then Grimsley threw a quick 7th inning, just threw 8 pitches, 3 up, 3 down with the strikeouts. 3 balls, 2 strikes in this at-bat versus John Pelican. Scott on deck, Orcan in the hole. Payoff pitch in the zone, good, painting the corner right there from Walton. Picks up his first strikeout of the day, number 25 on the season. 1 away with the runner at first for the 10-hole. It is the 10th batter in the order, as the Cougars felt like hitting 10 today. They got it okay. So for the first time in my broadcasting career, I got to fill up in extra spots. So you won't see this too often, and you definitely won't see it at the NBC World Series. But we're letting it fly today for some non-league action. 0-1 count. Scott, the third baseman, pitched against the Larks yesterday. He has 3 appearances on the bump against the Larks. This season, he's hitting 0. This is just his 6th at-bat. And he has no hits. He struck out 5 times and walked once. He's a pitcher out of Colorado Christian, getting some chance to swing the bats. 1-1, high and inside, 2-1 counts. Larks looking to turn a double play here. Tanner Rice close to the second base bag. 2-1, just outside. 3-1 hitters counts for number 32. Orcan on deck, Ream in the hole for the Denver Cougars. Cougars have yet to put a runner past first base. 31, called strike, 3-2. Cougars rocking the camo uniforms with a white pants look on the road. Larks white pants, red jerseys with the blue lettering and a white trim. Larks with their blue caps, per usual. It's just the second year with these caps. Ground ball into right field. It'll move to Braden Lukart, who throws to the third base side. Ben Ferenzi leaps up and grabs it since the runners weren't moving. 2-hit inning. It's the first hit of the day for Jeremiah Scott and first hit on the season for him. Work into the box, 2 on, 1 away. Orkan yesterday 0 for 2 with a walk. On the season, he's batting under 200. He's picked up 15 hits and 77 at-bats. Walton looks at the runner at second. Is going for this from the stretch as he misses inside. Halter takes it off the glove, finds it, and keeps the runner at second base. The Cougars are 6-13 on the road this year. They are looking for their first win at Larks Park. They've lost the last 3 here on the season. After starting the month of July 0-8, they have since gone 3 for 3 in their 3-3 in their last 6 games. A ball and a strike to the top of the order. Adam Workan, he grounds this one early past the Larks dugouts. One-two counts, 2 on, 1 away. Alton looks at that runner at second base. Goes home. Pitch is home. It's a slider that breaks outside and low. 2-2 counts. Perfect game in high school. Clocked Cam Walton's fastball at 92 miles an hour. 5-tool clocked it at 89. He's got some heats. Also has some break where he's shown both of them in this game, as this one I think was fouled off. I couldn't know. Somebody just walked right in front of me. So we'll say it's fouled off. It's a 2-2 count to Adam Workan, who grounded out to Palmer Hutchison to start the game. Pitch from Cam just misses the zone, close to his second strikeout of the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nichols at second, Scott at first base. Payoff pitch will be popped out, but it'll fall in the grandstand. Walton season high innings pitch is 3. Needs 2 more outs to match it. He threw 3 against the Junction City Brigade on the 29th. In the start, didn't get the decision. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and struck out a season high 6 in that game. That game was a 4-1 win for the Larks. Walton left the game with a scoreless outing. Larks hadn't scored. Larks went down 1-0 in the 6th inning and then picked up 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th and got Chris Echevarria the win. Walton season high strikeout 6. Right behind that is 5. He did it in his first outing as a Lark in the home opener. Through 2 innings. Struck out all but 1 of his outs. 1 hit and a walk in that day. And no runs. Didn't allow a run through his first, or an unearned run through his first 3 starts. His first earned run did not come until we went to game day and beat him on June 13th. Still a 3-2 count, working along at bat, but it will go down on strikes and go back to the dugouts. 0 for 2. Way to go, Cam Walton. Battle for that one, and you get your second strikeout of the 3rd inning, number 26 on the season. TJ Reams of the box as he was hit by a pitch in the first inning and left at first base. Cam worked for that strikeouts. Threw a pitch low and inside, kind of looked like a back foot slider, and it got a swing and a miss out of Workan. Call strike to the 2-hole, TJ Ream. Walton gets swing and misses on about 14% of his pitches. In his first 10 outings, he had 45 swing and misses from his opponents. 0-1 count, 2 away, still 2 on. Halter blocks this one and quickly makes sure the runners stay where they're at. Nichols at second base, Scott at first. Cam Walton would sure love to leave Nichols at second base, especially because that's frustrating to get on the base paths and then stand out there and not get a run, and you have to go pitch right away. No time to go to the dugout, so make him go from the base paths to the mound. As this one's lined to left field, it drops. Hunter Rawson sends it home, but the runner stays at third base. Wise move by Cerullo to not test the Ohio State Buckeye in left field. 3-hit inning for the Denver Cougars, not Colorado Cougars. It's Nichols now at third, Scott at second, TJ Ream at first. Bases loaded, 2 away. I see Hunter Parker, who's scheduled to pitch later in the game, stand up, say something to Brady Evans, who has catcher gear on, and they're headed to the bullpen. First pitch home will miss low to Will Brazel, who flew out to Braden Lucarts, and the first inning was the second out of the day. Called strike. Walton faced 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and is facing his 6th here of the third. All 3 hits for the Cougar stat line in this inning. Fastball low, 2-1. No walks, 3 hits, no runs, and a runner left on for Cam Walton through 2 2/3. Would like to make it 4 runners left on. The Larks have left the bases loaded a ton of times this season. They want to make sure the Cougars see what it's like. But I don't think we're going to get it on this one, as it'll be a grand slam for Will Brazel. Took it right over the 349 marker in right center field, just right on top of it. It scraped the top of the fence and went over. We are now tied here in the third inning. Larks had a home run in the last inning. It was a 3-run shot. So that's RBI single from Hutchison. And the first inning is the thing that makes it tied after each team combines for 7 runs on their 2 home runs. Ream scores, Nichols scores, and Scott scores. Cougars with some momentum. They're fired up. First time in a while they've been tied up with the Larks when the game is not at 0-0. Foul ball out of play from Zeke Minnick, who flew out to Leo Jiminian for the 3rd out of the first inning. That home run from Brazel was his 9th of the season. He leads the team. He drives in his 30th, 31st, 32nd, and 33rd runs of the season. He's now scored 23. TJ Ream scores his team-leading 32nd run in the meantime. Swing and a miss on the 0-2 pitch. Walton strikes out all 3 outs in the third inning. All swinging, but gives up 4 hits, one of them a grand slam. So the Cougars tie it up. We're at 4 apiece to the bottom half of the third.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Leo Jeminian will lead off the third inning for the Larks. The first pitch he sees, he takes it to left center field. It is a long fly ball for the first out of the Larks' third inning.
The Larks left fielder, number 6, Hunter Rawson.
Rawson to the plate. It is still Nichols on the bump. He's the southpaw going up against the left fielder. Rawson struck out swinging in the first inning. Looking for his first hit of the day and swings at this one. We'll be working with an 0-1 counts. Rawson this year against the Cougars 4 for 12 with 5 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. One outside, 2 balls and a strike, 1 away. Rawson skies this one up high to shallow left center field. Iran Sapikov and Reem all move towards it. It will be Reem, the center fielder, who makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks to start the bottom half of the third inning. Braden Lukart to the plate, 2 away, and the base is empty. He is 0 for 1 today. He flew out to Reem in the second inning. Cade Brown on deck, Jackson Halter in the hole. It's a 4-all game. Nichols with some confidence here in the third inning. Gets a call strike against Bilu. Braden's played in just 1 game against the Cougars this season. And went 1 for 3 with 2 runs driven in, a run scored. Also picked up a walk. 1 ball and a strike. Larks will finish as a second place team in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. And head to the NBC World Series where they will play in Hutchison on Thursday. They will play the Austin Shockers on Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Time. And then we'll play on Saturday, time due to be decided, against either the Seattle Studs or the Lone Star Kraken. 3-1 will be fouled off, 3-2 counts. We get a payoff pitch from Nichols to the Larks right fielder. And he will swing and miss at it. Larks go in order in the third inning. The Denver Cougars with all the momentum after a Brazel grand slam and then a 1-2-3 bottom half of the third inning. We're tied up at 4. Top of the fourth, Cam Walton back to the bump. His first pitch is a ball to Cam Uran. As it looks like Hunter Parker is done warming up in the pen, he walks back to the dugout and is on call. 1-0 delivery from Walton, grounded to the right side. Tanner Rice dives for it. His arm's a few inches longer. He's getting that one. Instead, it'll be a leadoff single. Cam Walton has now given up 5 hits and his last 3 outs. 4 singles and a home run for the Denver Cougars so far through 3 innings. Runner at first is the second leadoff base runner of the day for Denver. They had one in the 3rd inning, and then they got 2 singles after that, and then a grand slam from Brazel. 1-0 count for Matthew Sapikoff, who popped out to Braden Lukarts in the 2nd inning. Sapikoff out of College of the Desert takes this one inside 2-0 counts. Larks win in order in the 3rd inning. It's the first time they brought anything less than 6 to the plates. Low and outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Needing a strike here, he gets it, taken all the way. Cam has been a courtesy runner this year for the Larks after his injury, and he scored 10 runs for the Birds, but he will walk a guy in the 4th inning. Keith Harper out of the dugouts. Looks at Hunter Parker, and we'll see if they keep with Walton or turn to the Colorado native. Walton will finish his day, gives up 5 hits, 1 walk through 3 innings, and has 4 earned runs. And he tosses the rock over to Hunter Parker. 0-1 count to Nick Crandall, who grounded out to Palmer Hutchison in the 2nd inning. Walton now out of contention to get his 3rd win of the season. Hunter Parker on the bump this year is 5-2. And his career with the Larks is 9-2 after going 4-0 last year. 1-1 counts for Hunter Parker. He's a Aurora native, appearing in his 11th game this season, his 7th relief appearance. He's given up 29 hits, struck out 31, and has an ERA at 4.97. Parker third on the team in strikeouts, 2 behind Marshall, 11 behind Rose. No shame in Cam Walton or that performance by any means. It's his first outing, going more than 1 inning since that injury, and gave us 2 really good ones, and then they got 2 in the 3rd inning. Two count, pitch from Hunter Parker, grounded to the left side. Hutchison gets it to Rice. And they will get the runner at second off of a good hustle play from Hutchison. Crandall is now sent 2 to him, and he's safely at first base with runners on the corners and 1 away. So Sapikoff will head back to the dugout as the first out. Uran moves to third base. Asa Nichols to the bump, pitched a 1-2-3 bottom of the 3rd, and then in the top half of the inning had a single and he scored. He's having a good 3rd inning. We'll see what he does here in the 4th inning. He had his struggles in the first 2 innings, had an earned run in the first, and then 3 of them in the second. One-0 pitch, called strike. Played on the swing as Nichols, 1-2. Uran led off this inning with a single, then Sapikoff walked. And we turned it over to Hunter Parker, who just had Crandall reach on a fielder's choice. Parker out of Fort Hays State University, spent his past 3 years with the Tigers. 3 springs playing at Larks Park as a Fort Hays State Tiger, and spending his 2nd summer at Larks Park as a Hays Lark. Although one of the years at Fort Hays was a redshirt year for him. That was the 2020 COVID year. Spent 2 years playing JUCO ball just north of Kansas in Nebraska. Spent his high school days in Colorado, so been staying in this neck of the woods as he puts a runner at first and loads the bases, as Nichols is now 1 for 1 with a walk and a single and a run scored. JT Pelican to the box. He's the DH. Who struck out swinging Cam Walton in the 3rd inning, was the first strikeout of the day for Walton, who finishes his day with 3, now has 27 on the season. With the bases loaded, Parker can go from the windup, and that's what he does. And he gets a pop fly to the right side. Garrett Gruhl out in foul territory. Runner at 3rd tagging. It drops on the other side of the wall and will be out of play. 0-1 counts. Scott on deck, working in the hole. 9-hole at the plate. Looking for his first trip to the base path today. Larks looking to win their 22nd home game of the season. They're 21-3 at home, 10-5 on the road. 2 counts. Oh, 2 from Hunter Parker. Pitch to Wace. He throws it chin level over the plate. 1-2 counts. Parker, a 6'1" graduate of Fort Hays State Made 12 appearances this year for the Tigers. All of them starts, striking out 50 guys. 1-2, he throws home, gets a fly ball to the right side out of Pelican. We will stay 1-2. Last year under Parker for the Larks, 10 appearances through 40 innings. Had 8 starts, 2 relief appearances. Struck out 36 and walked just 7. We thought last year with his complete game shut against the Foxes that it would be tough to be top this year, but he's done it twice. He's been a part of 2 no-hitters and strikes out his 32nd of the season here today. Now just 1 out from getting us out of this top half of the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 2 away for the 10-hole, bottom of the order, Jeremiah Scott, who is playing third base and is 1 for 1 today with a single and a run score, but Parker should be able to make quick work of him. He's just 1 for on the season. That single in this 3rd inning was his first hit of the summer. Called strike 1, 0-1 count, 2 away, bases loaded. Parker has held his opponents to a .264 batting average and will look to drive it low here as Scott whiffs at this one. 0-2. So this is a guy you want at the plate if you're Hunter Parker, and you attack guys like this, and that's what he's doing. Parker's last inning was a 3 2/3 relief appearance against the Tribe, where he threw his 2nd no-hitter of the season, combining with 2 other guys, and he strikes out back-to-back. Man, that's what you do out of the pen. Clutch 4th inning for him. There was 2 on with nobody else. Then 2 more reached, and he got 1 out. Nobody scores. He strikes out back-to-back and is now tied with Hunter Marshall for 2nd most strikeouts on the team. Larks keep him off the scoreboard and lead the bases loaded in the top half of the inning. To our half we go.
Then grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer. 'Cause whether they win or whether be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Bottom half of the 4th, Cade Brown sends his first pitch into deep right center field, where Brazel makes a deep catch right in front of the warning track in one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Brown now 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Now a flyout. Nichols is now retired 5 in a row. As we go to the bottom of the order, Jackson Halter, who's catching. He walked in the 2nd inning and then scored on the Tanner Rice solo shot. Or not solo shot, 3-run shots. Still tied up at 4 is Worth, the catcher, out of Seminole State. First curveball starts out way inside. Looks like it's going to be a ball, and then drops late. Good pitch from Nichols. Through 3 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs. He's left 3 on the base paths. Worked a 1-2-3 third inning and sees his second batter sky this one to center field. Ream keeps moving back. He's right in front of the warning track and makes the catch on the warning track. Man, 2 deep fly balls to right center field. If we're at Everett Middle School where we played the Denver Cougars in Colorado, those last 2 hits are both home runs.
Leadoff hitter, the shortstop, number 4, Ben Benji.
2 up, 2 down. As we go to the top of the order, Ben Ferenzi, who walked in the first inning and then scored on the Hutchison single. And then in the second inning, he grounded out. Sun's starting to set here in Hayes. Lights yet to be turned on. So wind blows from left to right across the field. All strike here to Ferenzi. Larks looking for their first hit since Tanner Rice's home run with 2 away in the second inning. 1-1 ground ball goes to Scott, who stumbled for a second. Throws wild across the diamond. It bounces in, but it gets scooped up by Crandall. Larks go in order for the second straight inning. Nichols has retired 7 in a row. To the 5th, we're tied at 4. Top of the 5th, Hunter Parker back to the mound after throwing the last 2 outs of the 4th inning. He's working in a tie ball game. Faces off against the leadoff hitter Adam Workin, who is 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout against Cam Walton. Cougars looking for win number 16 of the season. Larks looking for win number 32. The 0-1 pitch in the zone. Parker faced 4 in the 4th inning. 1 reach on a fielder's choice, 1 reach on a walk, and then the next 2 both struck out swinging. 0-2, he's looking for his 3rd straight strikeout and to break his tie with Hunter Marshall and move up to having the sole 2nd place spot on the Larks leaderboard for strikeouts this season. Doesn't get on this pitch as the 1-2 misses the zone. 0-2 line to the right side, foul. Parker this year, 33 strikeouts through 29 and 2/3. Last year, 36 strikeouts through 40 innings. Has 69 strikeouts in his Larks career between the past 2 summers. 1-2 home, ground ball to the left side. Hutchison moves in, he gets it. Sure nice to have him back in the hot corner. You're never worried when the ball goes his way. Parker's now retired 3 in a row.
Center fielder number 9, TJ Reed.
DJ Ream, the 2-hole to the box. 1 for 1 today with a single and a hit by pitch. He scored back in inning number 3 off the Brazel home run. Parker goes from the windup from the middle part of the rubber. Wow, nice pitch. Ream thought it was going to hit him, then it moves into the low inside corner. Each team with 4 runs. The Cougars have picked up 5 hits and 2 walks and left 4 on. Larks have picked up 3 hits, 4 walks, and I've left 3 on. Pitch high here, a ball and a strike. Halter reached up and spun around to get it. Hunter Parker from the windup. The 1-1 is home. It's grounded over his head. Moving forward is Ben Ferenzi. Goes off his glove and he kicks it into right field. That'll be a base hit for TJ Ream, his second single of the day. That is a tough play for Ferenzi. Everybody should be impressed he even was able to get close to that
The
one.
right fielder number 26, Will Razzle.
Brazel to the box, started out flying out to Lucard in right field in the first inning, and then had a grand slam in the third. Parker from the stretch, swing and a miss. 1 counts. He's the 7th batter that Parker has faced today. 2 strikeouts and a ground outs through Parker's 1 statistical inning of pitching. 0-2 quick. Despite there being a double play situation at hand, Rice is about halfway between first and second for a pull right hitter. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch home from Hunter Parker will be swung and miss. Strikeout number 70 as a Lark. All his strikeouts today are swinging.
Zach Miller.
Walton with 3 strikeouts swinging. Parker with 3 strikeouts swinging. Larks this season through 315 innings of pitching have struck out 326 batters. Everybody that's seen the mound has struck out a guy, and that includes Austin Jaslov and Tyler LaRue have each threw 1 inning and struck out a guy. Jaslov with 1 strikeout through 1, LaRue with 2 through 1. Dreiling then through 2 2/3 and a strikeout 5. Everybody else has thrown at least 10 innings. Two balls, no strikes, 2 away with a runner at first here in the 5th inning. Pitch home, lined at Ferenzi, who leaps for it. Athletic move to get up there, but it won't be reeled in. The throw from center field will be cut off by Ferenzi as it was going to miss wide of the bag. It'll be a clutch 2-out single for Zeke Minnick, and he allows TJ Ream to go from first to third on the single.
The shortstop, number 18, Cam Yoran.
Minnick now 1 for 3. We go to the 5-hole Cam Uran. He singled in the 4th and was left at third base.
Runner at first base, number 2, Jackson Stahl.
Jackson Stahl will courtesy run for his catcher Minnick. This is the guy that was one of the 3 left on base that Parker forced in the 4th inning. Parker has yet to see Matthew Sapikoff. That's the only Cougar that he has not faced today. He ran the shortstop out of Metro States in downtown Denver, Colorado. Ball and a strike, Metro States. Close to where Hunter Parker grew up. They did recruit him out of high school, and he took his talents to Nebraska and then to Fort Hays. 1-1 above the letters, 2-1. Larks with just 3 hits today. A single from Brown, a single from Hutchison, and a home run from Rice. Cougars with 7. 2-1, a good pitch from Parker, breaking ball. Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runners on the corners here in the top half of the 5th in a tied ball game. Two grounded foul. Hunter Parker on the bump after Cam Walton went 3 innings flats. As this one will be off the skinny part of the bats. I think I called Parker Cam Walton. I messed up a lot this season, but I'll get Hunter's name right now. It's 2-2 counts. Uran still at the plates, looking for his 2nd hit and his 3rd trip to the plates. Bat will continue as this one's popped over the grandstand. Do it for Hays in the bottom half of this 5th inning. 2 through 4 hitters, Rice, Hutchison, and Gruel, who are a combined 2 for 4 with 2 walks. Lights on, 2-2 pitch home, and this one will get past. He strikes out 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and ends the Cougars' 5th inning. He has forced 5 to be left on base and keeps them off the scoreboard. Larks look to get on the scoreboard and break the tie in the bottom half of this inning. It is 4 apiece as Nichols goes back to the bump. Bottom of the 5th, Rice will lead things off with his 2nd hit of the day. He is now 2 for 2 with a home run, a walk, and a single. He drove in 3 on his home run in the 2nd inning. And will be aboard yet again. This year against the Cougars, Tanner is now 9 for 16 with 6 runs and 6 RBIs. He has walked 4 times. Palmer Hutchison to the plates. 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. Hutchison And his career against the Cougars, 12 for 34 with 15 walks, 9 runs scored, and 15 RBIs. This year against him, he had a 3 home runs, 7 RBI game in Colorado, and then had another game against him where he drove in just 1 and picked up 1 more hits. Oh, 1 counts. Tanner Rice at first base shimmies his shoulders, trying to get Nichols' attention and to see if he'll throw over at him, and he does. Stay 0-1 with the counts. Nichols at 70 pitches sees this one flown to left field. If it's fair, it's going to be trouble, and it will be a 2-run home run for Palmer Hutchison. A 2-for-2 day with 3 RBIs and now a run scored as he hits the Larks' second home run of the day. It's number 9 on the season for him. That is a 1 to left field. He now has 4 home runs this season against the Denver Cougars and just hits home run number 11 in his Larks career. Rice scores his second of the day. Larks get their lead back and set Hunter Parker up with a chance to get to win number 6 this season.
The first baseman, Garrett Rule.
And Hutchison, with that, will not only help out his team, but will help out his stat line and creep closer to that third place spots and a single season slugging percentage mark. He came into this game with a .688 slugging percentage. Dylan Dreiling, if the season ended right now, would set the record for a single season slugging percentage. But Hutchison with a 2-for-2 day with 2 runs, 3 RBIs, and a home run will push himself up. That .688 was tied with Austin O'Brien for 3rd, now 4th with Dylan Dreiling's mark. Fly ball out into left field. It will be caught by Uran for the first out of the 5th inning. Leo to the box. He is 0-for-2 today with a pop out and a fly out. So Hutch tied with O'Brien coming this game. O'Brien, a 2016 Lark. Day ahead of him, Kyle Day, played for the Larks in 2006. Simpson ahead of Day with a 753 marker in 2017, and Dreiling ahead of him with a 2022 season. Dreiling also 3rd in a single season for RBI marks. Jim Leary's ahead of him with 66 RBIs in 1985. Niermeyer ahead of him with 69 and 91. Pop fly in the infield. Minnick gets it and stumbles after reaching it. It'll be the second straight out here in the 5th inning. 6-4 Larks here, 2 away, bases empty in the R half of the 5th. Bronson at the plate. He is 0-for-2 today. Jiminian now 0-for-3. Frenchie now in his career against the Cougars, 13 of 53 with 11 runs and 8 RBIs. Ronson grounds this one to left field. It'll be his first hit of the day. He is now on a 6-game hitting streak. And aboard for the first time.
The right fielder, number 23,
Larks had just 3 hits in the first 4 innings, and they have 3 through 2/3 of a 5th inning. Southpaw up and moving in the pen for the Denver Cougars. Larks bullpen is empty as Braden Lukart steps to the plate, 0-for-2. He popped out to Ream in the 2nd inning and struck out to end the 3rd inning. And 1-0 counts. Brown on deck. Halter in the hole. Pitch popped up to the left side. Moving back is Uran, who gets it. Braden Luker now with 2 pop-ups on his 0 for 3 day. Larks get 2 runs off the Palmer Hutchison home run to left field. They lead by 2 as we go to the 6th.
What we do here is go back.
Sixth inning of play. Hunter Parker looking to keep the Cougars out the scoreboard in his 3rd inning on the bump. He faced 4 in the 4th, replacing Cam Walton mid-inning, and then faced 5 in the 5th inning and struck out 2. 4 strikeouts on the day through 2 innings. He's given up 2 hits and a walk. And is up 0-1 in the count against Matthew Sabikoff, who walked in the 4th inning and was out on the Crandall finished fielder's choice. 0-1, low and outside, a ball and a strike. Hunter from the windup, called strike at the knees. Crandall on deck, Nichols in the hole for the Denver Cougars. One-two home, slap to the left side where Hutchison dove forts. That one might have been better left off, just letting it get to Ferenzi. So it'll be an infield single for Sapikoff, who is now 1 for 2 in the day with a walk.
The first baseman, number 17, Nick Crandall.
8th hit of the day for the Cougars. He walked 2 times, scored 4, and left 6 on the base paths. Pitch inside and low, 1-0 count to Crandall. The first baseman is 0 for 2 today. Nobody else, runner at first base here in the 6th inning. Larks up by a pair. Pop fly to the right side, not trouble for Garrett Gruhl. He gets it on a jog. Crandall now 0 for 3, and we go to Easton Nichols, the pitcher, who singled and walked on the day. Takes his time getting out of the dugouts. Still putting on his gloves after pitching a 2-run 5th inning. So it's not him, it is Alec Martinez. So no more Easton Nichols on the bump. Alec Martinez went 1 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. He's a Brighton, Colorado native out of Bakersfield College. Fly ball to the left side. On a pop fly, Hutchison chases it and gets it in foul territory. Martinez pinch hits, goes quickly. And his 5th game against the Larks, he is 3 for 14 now against Hayes. John Pelliquin to the box. He's the DH. It was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It's his first time hitting against the Larks after pitching against them 3 times. He's down the count. 0-1. Parker found a groove here after that leadoff single. Oh, too quick. Oh, 2 away to the 9 hole. Normally this would be the bottom of the order, but with the Cougars hitting 10, they have Scott on deck. Oh, man. So close to the knees right there. Parker thought he had his 5th strikeout of the day. 1-2 count, 2 away, runner at first. Hayes will have Brown, Halter, and Ferenzi to start off the bottom half of this inning. 1-2, it'll goes between the legs of Jackson Halter. It'll be a passed ball, and it allows Sepikoff to move up into scoring position. So runner in scoring position. Parker in the 50s on the pitch count through 2 2/3, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no runs, and a walk. 2-2, chopped to Palmer Hutchison, who waits on it, throws to first. Garrett Gruhl tries to scoop it. It gets away from him. Running home is Sapikoff. The throw is wild home. And Parker will see his first run allowed of the day. It will go down as an unearned on the Game Changers. That's what it's going to show. It's an error. Scoreboard flashes the error on Gruhl and not Hutchison. Garrett Gruhl in his 15th game as a Lark. He's seen action in left field, right field, and at first base, as well as the DH spots. 0-1 count to Jeremiah Scott, otherwise known as Sushi Scott, who's 1 for 2 in the day with a single and a strikeout. Parker looks home and gets a swing and a miss out of him. Scott's 0 for 1 today against Hunter Parker after singling in his lone at bat against Cam Walton. Parker's now seen everybody in the order at least once. He's seen Grandal, Nichols, Pelliquin, and Grandal, Nichols, and Scott twice now. Pelliquin would have seen him for a second time. No, they have seen Pelliquin twice, who just reached on the air. He's seen Crandall, Pelliquin, and Scott twice. Nichols was the guy who would have seen him for a second time here in the 6th inning. But he was pinch hit for by Alec Martinez, so we'll see where Martinez goes in the defensive lineman and who takes over on the bump. The 0-2 to the third baseman, inside a ball, 2 strikes. Small lead at first base for Pelliquin. He's taken off as Scott sends one to the right side and foul. Larks up by just 1 after the error. Hunter Parker helped a no-hitter in his last outing, and the one before that was 2 innings against the Cannons, where he got his 2nd loss as a Lark. Before that, he got a 6th inning win against the Boulder Collegians. Fouled off. We will stay 1-2. 8, 9, and 1 hitters do it for the Larks in the bottom half of this inning. Six to 5 Larks, top of the 6th. That's the 5th batter of the inning. Scott refusing to go down. The 1-2 home. Swung and a miss. Parker strikes out his 5th of the day. A run scores unearned, so he cut the deficit in half. Larks lead by just 1 as we go to the Hayes half of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, Cade Brown will lead things off for the Larks. Brown 1 for 2 in the day as a DH with a single and a run scored. Alec Martinez on the bump. Shakes off Minnick. And we'll go from the windup. The southpaw goes home. Curveball in the zone. 0-2 counts. No appearances pitching at Bakersfield College. With the 5'10 Renegade. Has made 11 appearances for the Cougars and strikes out his 17th batter of the season. Brown now 1 for 3. This is a non-league game, so it won't shake up the Rocky Mountain standings no matter what. But pretty much everybody is decided in the standings. Larks not going to move from 2. Cougars probably not going to move from 6. This is their last regular season game before they go to the NBC World Series. Larks will have 2 more games to tune up against the Game Day Angels. Jackson Hawthorne at the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk, and he grounds this one right to Crandall. 2 up, 2 down for Alec Martinez here in the 6th inning. Martinez, 11 appearances on the bump this season, all in relief for the Denver Cougars. He is 1-0 with a save against the Angels. He's given up 8 hits, just 2 earned runs with 16 strikeouts. 1.26 ERA, has some of the best pitching statistics on the Cougars roster. Kind of surprised that they're just now throwing him against the Larks in the 5th game between the two teams. He takes a deep breath before going up against Ben Ferenzi. will step off. Ferenzi 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. Time called. Ben this year against them, against the Cougars. 0 for 10 with 3 for 10 with 2 doubles, 2 stolen bases, 4 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. Martinez home, the southpaw delivers. Outside. Rice on deck, Hutchison in the hole. Two-way bases empty. Larks win 1-2-3 in innings 3 and 4. So far, it's been 2 up, 2 down for Martinez. Scoreboard here at Larks Park reads a 1-1 count, 2 away. Is home. It's a fastball that misses outside the zone. 2 balls and a strike with 2 away. Larks up by 1 here in the bottom half of the 6th. Do it for the Cougars. And the next inning, top of the order were Can, Ream, and Brazel. Martinez from the windup. Breaks this one in 2-2. Martinez with a unique delivery. Steps that back foot to the backside of the rubber and then really throws with a lot of momentum downwards after his windup. Pitched close to the toes of Ferenzi. It'll be a 3-2 count. Ben with a walk already today. He's walked 11 times, struck out 21 times, and picked up 32 hits. Payoff pitch from Martinez to Ferenzi. It's grounded to work in. Who picks it up, throws to first. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Alec Martinez in his first pitching appearance against the Larks. Larks lead by just 1 as we go to the 7th frame here in Hayes. Top half of the 7th inning after the Larks go in order in the 6th. Cougars will get a chance to hit. It's Adam Workin at the top of the order. His first pitch from Hunter Parker, up and in, 1-0 counts. Workin 0 for 3 today with 2 groundouts to Hutchison and a strikeout against Walton in the 3rd inning. Doesn't like his guard and will be working with a little less padding as his count stands at 1-0. Parker from the windup. Pitch in the zone. Good slider. A ball and a strike. Ream on deck. Brazel in the hole for the 15-18 Cougars. Last game of the regular season for Denver. Larks got a couple more coming up. Catch them both on Larks Network. First pitch Tuesday at 7:30. First pitch Wednesday at 7. Two, 1 low, 3-1. Cougars through 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 runs. They leave 7 on the base paths. Hitters counts for the second baseman. His pitch is going to be fouled off. Fort Hays State Tiger versus a man out of Southwestern College. Parker looking to get another strikeout. He has 5 today already. 36 on the season, as this one will be the 9th of the day for the Cougars. Goes between Rice and Gruel. And to Braden Lucart's leadoff single for Workin. It's his first hit of the day. So far, every Cougar except for Alec Martinez, who pinch hits in the last inning, has seen the base paths. Larks 4-0 against the Cougars this year. They've run rolled them 3 times and are outscoring them 61-19. Most of those runs for the Cougars came in that 19-12 game back in Colorado, where the teams combined for 31 runs in 9 innings. That one was a scorcher out in Colorado. It was in the middle of the day, too. 1-0 count to TJ Ream, who's been aboard in each of his 3 plate appearances today. A hit by pitch in the first and then 2 singles in innings 3 and 5. He's hit in every odd inning so far today. He scored back in the 3rd. 1-0. 1-1 after this one's a called strike. Larks are 7-0-3 in series this year. 7 wins, no series losses, and 3 series splits. They're looking for their 7th sweep and their 8th series win tonight. It's a 2-game series. Game 2, Larks won yesterday 14-1 in 7 innings. On 2 home, pop to the right side and foul. Brazel on deck, Minnick in the hole. Parker offsets his front foot, delivers from the stretch. 1-2. Swung on a miss. Strikeout number 6 of the day for the Aurora native.
The right fielder, Will Brazel.
Number 37 of the season. And number 73 as a Lark. 1 away, runners taken off. Halter's throw down to second will be high and into center field. Inning double play out the table. Working had a good jump. The throw from Halter could have been in time if it was low. But It was into center field, a runner in scoring position, 0-1 count, one away. Runners now 23 for 24 against Jackson Halter, who has caught 114 innings for the Larks this season. Brady Evans has the most with 127 innings caught. Halter with 114. LaRue with 71 2/3, but LaRue has seen a lot of action as well at first base. He's been out of the lineup, battling a little bit of a hand injury, but we're hoping he's good to go for the World Series. 0-2 home, fastball below the knees, a ball and 2 strikes to Will Brazel, who's 0 for 2. With the exception of that grand slam, the third inning, a big exception. 4 RBIs and a run scored. One-two Parker Holmes, swing and a miss, strikes out back-to-back guys and has struck out his 3 last outs. Struck out 3 of the last 4 he's faced. All strikeouts swinging today for the Larks pitching staff, who has combined for 13 strikeouts. No, 10 strikeouts. Walton had 3. Gave 3 of Parker's to Parker and Walton. So Walton with 3 strikeouts with 3 innings. Hunter Parker 7 through 3 2/3. 2-away runner at second base for Zeke Minnick. Hunter Parker home, misses inside a ball, no strikes. Parker about to push 80 on the pitch counts. Starting to get up there. And you got a pinch hitter right now, Logan Balfons. So no more Zeke Minnick as this one is popped out into shallow right field. Rice gets it after a leadoff single. Parker strikes out 2 and gets a pop out. Keeps him off the scoreboard. And this inning, 4 innings for Hunter Parker, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs for the Aurora native. To the 7th inning stretch we go. Hayes up by 1. Tanner Rice will lead off the bottom of the 7th for the Larks. Working a really good day. He's 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, along with a walk. 2 runs scored and 3 driven in for Tanner Rice. 0-1 count. Martinez back to the bump for his 2nd inning. He pitched a 1-2-3-6. He's working with a new catcher, though. It's Balfonsin replacing Minnick. 2-hole in the order, Hutchison and Gruel up next. Martinez has thrown every pitch from the windup, and this one is sent to right center field, where Rehm goes lateral to the left and gets it. First time Tanner Rice has been out in his 4 plate appearances.
Tonight's A Street Liquor Beverage batter, number 12, Palmer Hutchison.
One away, base is empty for Palmer Hutchison, who is 2 for 2 today with a single, a home run, and a walk. His home run was a 2-run shot where he drove in Rice in the last inning. Or not in the last inning, his last at bat. That was in the 5th inning. Took his to left field. Tanner Rice took his to right field in the 2nd inning. His was a 3-run shot. 0-1 counts to Hutchison, looking for his 3rd hits.
Everybody clap your hands.
Foul ball is smoke from the grills behind the Larks concession stand and rolls across the field. As a 1-2 counts, 1 away, bases are empty in the Larks half of the 7th. It's game number 40 of the season. We'll have 2 more on Larks Network. Whether we're going to be at the NBC World Series on Larks Network is up in the air. I'll talk to Frank, see what's going on there, but the past 3 years, in my 3 years before this as a voice of Larks, we have not broadcasted it, but they will have a broadcast themselves. But the Larks will start it at 3 p.m. on Thursday against the Austin Shockers. Don't know much about them. I tried looking them up today. Not much information about them, so it'll be kind of a show up and see what it's like. Game on Thursday. 2-2, swing and a miss. Hutchison, just like Rice, out for the first time today here in the 7th inning. 5 up, 5 down for Alec Martinez. Garrett Gruel to the box. He is 0 for 3 today with 2 pop-ups and a flyouts. Larks with 6 hits today, 2 from Rice, 2 from Hutchison, a single from Rawson, and a single from Brown. Just 4 Larks in the hit column today. 4 and 5 hitters are combined 0 for 6. Gruel the 4-hitter, Jiminian the 5-hitter. Gruel at the plate, Jiminian on deck, Rawson in the hole for the Larks. One 0 to Gruel, late on the swing, fouls it to the right side. Garrett batting .396 for the Larks through 14 games. Has 21 hits, 5 walks, 20 RBIs, 19 runs scored. 1-1 home, it'll miss low. Bouncing in and away from Buffons. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one count. Martinez from the windup. Curveball misses low. 3-1. Due for the Cougars in the 8th inning. Down to their final 6 outs. Needing to score at least 1 between the 8th and the 9th innings. Iran, Sabikoff, and Crandall. 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Martinez home. The hitter's count delivered to Gruel. Grounded to the third baseman, Scott, who had a wild throw earlier. This one is wild, and it will be an error, and it keeps the inning alive. And now Martinez will be first to work from the stretch for the first time today. First error for Denver, each team with an error. Gruel now 0 for 4 in his 15th game with the Larks. 2 away, runner at first for Leo Jiminian, the 4th batter of the inning. Jiminian 0 for 3 with 2 pop-ups and a flyout. First pitch outside, 1-0 counts. Leo on a 12-game hitting streak. In danger of seeing it come to an end today. The last time he played in a game and didn't pick up a hit was July. No, not second. That was a game where he ran. He never got a chance to swing the bats. So his last game playing without a hit, June 25th, where he went 0-for-3 against the Dodge City Ace. So nearly a month to the day this hitting streak started. He spent time in France, where he played in 4 games. Actually in Belgium for the French national team. So including the European Championships, he's on a 16-game hitting streak, as he picked up a hit in all 4 games and really cruised to a great European Championship. Helped France go 4-0 with games against Slovenia, Bulgaria, and Ireland. 2-1 count to Geminian, 2 away. Gruel at first base. Rawson on deck. Lukard in the hole. Line to the backstop. 2-2. Just 2 more games on the agenda on Larks Network after this. Tuesday and Wednesday. First pitch Tuesday at 7:30. First pitch Wednesday at 7. Catch both the games against the Angels, who the Larks splits their 2 games against them in Colorado way back in the beginning of June. 2-2 off speed outside. 3-2 counts. Back-to-back batters for the Larks work full counts versus Martinez, who looked really good through his first 5. And then that error forced him to see Geminian. Leo, 34 hits this season and 97 at-bats. He's also picked up 10 walks. Once time before Martinez can throw the payoff pitch. Leo has been dangerous on the base pass as well. He's stolen 17 bags this summer. 3-2, Gruel's running. Leo thought about swinging, and they will ring him up. No chance that he went around. I don't think he did, but either way, that's the base paths umpire's call. Hunter Fitzpatrick on the base paths, and they will ring Leo Geminian up. He is now 0-for-4 to the 8th we go. Larks up by 1.
What we do here is go back.
Hunter Parker back to the mound for the 8th inning. He's thrown 4 good innings, striking out 7 guys. Pregame Uran to lead things off. His first pitch was a swing and a miss, ugly. And then the second one is grounded under Garrett Gruhl. It's a leadoff single for Uran. He's 2 for 4 today. Tying run at first base. Go ahead at the plate. Nobody out here in the 8th inning. It's the closest game these two teams have played this season. Larks are 4-0 against them. 3-0 against them at home this year. They went 5-1 against them last year. Larks have won 6 straight games against them. One-0 counts for Matthew Sapikoff, who is 1 for 3 today, or 1 for 2, with a single, a walk, and a pop-out. Two-0 count to the left fielder out of College of the Deserts. That last hit was the 10th of the day for the Cougars. This one sent to right center field where Leo Geminian chases it down. Larks have a guy up in the pen. It's a righty. I do believe it's Chris Echevarria.
The first baseman, number 17, Nick Randall.
One away, runner at first for Nick Randall, who is 0 for 3 today. The only time he's reached was on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. Parker inherited 2 on the base pass, allowed 1 more to reach there. In the 4th inning, they left the bases loaded. It has been 4 1/3 good innings for Hunter Parker. 1 run has scored, but it was unearned. A 1-0 ground ball hard to Mark Cerullo, the third base coach and head coach of the Denver Cougars. That's Uran at first. Crandall with a 1-1 count at the plate. Crandall out at Finger Lake Community College. He's a New York native, just like Larks head coach Frank Leo. Berger from the stretch, runner taking off from first. Halter's throw bounces to seconds, where Rice applies a tag just a little bit too late. That's the closest stolen base attempt of the 3 today, but it will be a stolen base from Uran. He is in scoring position with 1 away, inning-ending double play off the table. Berger's worked with bases occupied today, and with runners in scoring position, and it really hasn't affected his performance. 2-1 count versus the first baseman. Waits on Parker to get ready. Parker offsets that left foot to the first base side and gets a swing and a miss on his 4th pitch of the AB. Parker ready to go quickly. He's waiting on Crandall to get back in the box. Looking in, gets his signs from Halter. It's a swing and a miss on the 2-2. No throw down to first on the drop, 3rd strike. Big strikeout right there. 2 away. 8 strikeouts so far for Hunter Parker. His season high on the year. Before it was 7 against the Collegians on the 2nd. Ground ball will go foul. Alter watched it and made a smart decision to not try anything. It'll be a tough throw to first base with Alec Martinez breaking down the line. Martinez at the plate 0 for 1 today after pinch hitting for Nichols in the 6th inning. He popped out in foul territory to Palmer Hutchison on 1 pitch. Not only is it a season-high strikeout mark for Hunter Parker, it is a career high. He had 7 against Junction City last year in a 6-inning starts. So 2 7-inning strikeout games, now 1 8-inning strikeout game for Hunter Parker. Now 75 strikeouts in his 2-year career. One count to Alec Martinez, who's pitched 2 good innings and is working with a 1-2 counts. Big pitch coming. Hunter Parker 1 strike away from getting out of another inning. He faced 4 in the last inning. This is the 4th batter of this inning. The 7th inning started with a single, then he struck out 2. So far this inning started out with a single and he struck out 1. Let's duplicate the 7th inning on this 1-2 delivery. He looks at the runner at second a few times. Ferenzi creeping behind him, and time will be called. Martinez got tired of waiting. One, 2 counts. Parker home into the right-hander's batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parker, a veteran on the bump. He's a 5th-year senior this year at Fort Hays. And it shows a lot in his demeanor on that bump. Now he's a veteran, just doesn't let guys on the base paths affect him. He just goes out there, does him, doesn't care about what the scoreboard reads. Fly ball into center field. Jiminian drifts back into the left and gets it. Hunter Parker works out of this leadoff single in the 8th. And the tying run that was in scoring position will not come around. Back-to-back scoreless frames for Hunter Parker. He has thrown 4 innings, striking out, actually now 5 innings, striking out 8 guys without an earned run. To the bottom half we go. Larks looking for an insurance run or 2. Bottom of the 8th, Hunter Rawson will lead things off. Sends his first pitch up middle. It bounces to Uran, whose throw to first will be in time. 2 1/3 hitless, scoreless, walkless innings for Alec Martinez. Only guy that's reached was Gruel on the Scott Air. One away, bases empty for B. Lou. Braden Lucard 0 for 3 today. Brown on deck, Halter in the hole. Braden Lucart shows bunt, has to spin around, and he will take it off the number 23 on his jersey. Scary situation when you're facing up the pitcher showing bunts, and then you see the ball coming at you. Second base runner for Alec Martinez. Braden Lucart reaches on his second hit by pitch of the season. Cade Brown to the box, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. First hit by pitch of the day for the Larks offense. Walton hit one in the top of the first inning. So just 2 hit by pitches on the day, 1 for each team, but the hit by pitch in the first inning did not come around to score. Let's hope Lukart can come around to score. Cade Brown at the plates, 1 for 3. He singled in the second inning and scored. Since then is 0 for 2. Pulled a single to left field and be working with a 2-0 counts. Echevarria continuing to get warm out in the pen. Parker's thrown 5 innings, really good ones, but he's at 94 pitches. Two-0 inside part of the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Lukart standing at first base with 1 away. Martinez looks at him and goes home. No, he won't. He will go to first base where Lukart's in safely. Fly ball into right field. Moving in is Brazel, and it'll force Braden Lukart back to first base. Brown now 1 for 4. 2 away for Jackson Halter at the bottom of the order.
The catcher, number 5, Jackson Halter.
Halter 0 for 2 today with a walk. Denver Cougars in Pool B of the NBC World Series, where they'll have a team from the Sunflower League, the Santa Barbara Foresters, and the San Diego Stars in their league. Cougars will start against the San Diego Stars on Friday at noon. They will have to get a lot of things to go their way to get out of that pool. Santa Barbara won the NBC World Series last year. They beat the Larks in a game that the Larks were up early and then just kind of collapsed in the game that they could have won. That's just baseball. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. Larks looking for their first NBC World Series title this year. They've been the runner-up 5 times, lost to Team USA once in the championship game. They beat a team of former MLB players 1 year to go to the championship game and then lost it the next day. It's tough to go back-to-back days and win 2 games when you play 17 innings the day before, then have limited sleep going into game 2. It's just been elusive for the Larks, who have been so close so many times before. Ball and a strike to Halter, who has scored 1 run back in the second inning. One pitch low and inside, 2 balls and a strike to Halter. Two 1 counts. Lukart still at first base. Pitch home to Halter will miss low. 3-1 counts. 2 for the Cougars, needing at least 1 run. 9, 10, and 1 hitters: Pelikeen, Scotts, and Workan. Larks up 6-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Halter looking to get aboard for the second time, and will pick up his second walk of the day. Halter against the Cougars this year, 1 for 5 with 3 walks and a stolen base. Lukart at second, Halter at first, as Ben Ferenzi will step to the plates. He is 0 for 3 with the walk. He's on a 2-game hitting streak. Needs to come through here to get it to 3. 2 on, 2 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rice on deck, Hutchison in the hole. Halter now with 11 walks in 80 plate appearances. Frenzy frustrated after the swing and a miss. 1-1 counts. One fouled off. Lucar is ready to go for third. These two guys on the base paths will be running on contact with 2 outs. A 1-2 count. Martinez in his third inning on the bump. Has struck out 3, hit 1, walked 1, but has yet to allow a hit or a run. Larks haven't scored since the 5th inning where they picked up 2. A 1-2 count, swung and a miss. Martinez now with 4 strikeouts through 3 innings. 3 scoreless innings for him. Sets the Cougars up in a position for a 9th inning rally. Larks up by 1.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Top of the 9th. Hunter Parker will return to the mound. 5 innings, 94 pitches, with a career high as a Lark, 8 strikeouts. Hunter Parker, talking about Santa Barbara being in Denver Cougars pool. He pitched against Santa Barbara on August 9th last year at the NBC World Series. Threw 3 1/3 in the start. Didn't pick up the decision. He got sick on the mound during the game. Keep it PG. And then they kept him out there, and he finished his outing. Ground ball to the right side. Hush rushing in. Throws on the run to first base. Hunter Parker's now retired 4 in a row.
Third baseman number 32, Jeremiah Scott.
1 away as we go to the 10 hole. Jeremiah Scott, 1 for 3 today with a single and a pair of strikeouts. Both strikeouts against Hunter Parker. Larks played the Cougars on the 11th, beat them, and Hunter Parker threw 1 1/3 in that game. No runs, no walks, 1 hit allowed. And then he pitched against them 8 days later here in Hayes. 5 innings in the start, got the win. No hits, no runs, no walks, struck out 7. His first no-hitter of the season, where he combined with Sam Hendon and Caleb Meredith. And then nearly a month to the day later, on July 18th, he combined for a no-hitter in the starts with, actually it was a relief, but he came in just the second inning, combining with Chris Echevarria and Austin Pewitt for a 7-inning no-hitter against the Colorado Tribe. The Larks threw back-to-back no-hitters against the Tribe. 2-1 counts for Scott, the third baseman. Parker goes right at him with a fastball. Inside, Scott pulls his hands in but can't get the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, bases empty in the top of the 9th. Slider in the zone, and he gets ringed up. Number 9 on the day for Hunter Parker, and it goes to the top of the order for Adam Workan. Parker throwing a really good day, 5 2/3, no earned runs, and has struck out a career high 9. Two-way, Adam Workan, the only guy on the field for the Cougars with the bases empty. He is 1 for 4, singled in the 7th, but was left at second base. He is 1 for 2 against Parker after grounding out to Palmer Hutchison to start the 5th inning, and his only other at-bat against the Aurora native. 0-1, fastball bounces off of Halter, a ball and a strike. Last out for the Cougars, down by 1, the closest they've been to the Larks in quite a while. Last time the Larks lost to the Cougars, July 23rd of last year, where it was an 8-4 win for the Cougars at Larks Park. Larks 5-1 against Denver last year, 4-0 this year. One fastball, helmet level over the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Two one, swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Parker, 5-2 this season, 4-0 last year. He's 9-2 as a Lark, looking for his 10th victory in a Larks uniform. The 2-2 home, slider just outside, full counts. Working at the plate, working a full counts. The Austin, Texas native with a full count sees his payoff hitch and takes it to the backstop, and we will stay 3-2. Parker triple digits on the pitch counts. Game changer has him at 106 right now. Got a ground down, a strikeout to start this inning from the bottom 2 of the order. Now the top of the order in the top of the 9th. Delivers his second payoff pitch home, where it's grounded to stay alive. There'll be at least an 8 pitch at bats for the second baseman. Both sides refusing to go down. Payoff pitch from Parker, number 3. Inside, he will walk his first batter since the 4th inning. Well earned from Workan. He picks up an 8-pitch walk with 2 away. He has a tying run sitting at first base. As we go to TJ Ream, who is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a hit by pitch. He scored on the Will Brazel grand slam in the 3rd. An off day tomorrow for the Larks. And 2 more games. First pitch, Ream cuts at it, sends it to the backstop, 0-1. Parker with 9 strikeouts today. Ream was one of them in the 7th inning. Ground ball to the Larks dugouts. Was off the front of it. 0-2 counts. Yet again, 1 strike away from getting the win. Top of the 9th, 0-2 count, tying run at first, go ahead at the plate. 0-2, a pitch to waste. It's a fastball low and outside. That walk was just the third of the day given up from the Larks pitching staff through 8 2/3. One-two home from Parker, popped up. Garrett Gruhl looks up, calls off Tanner Rice, and gets the out. What a game from Hunter Parker. 6 innings, a career-high 9 strikeouts to get his 10th career win as a Lark. He leaves that runner at first base. 10 runners left on for the Cougars, who scored 5 runs off of 3 walks and 10 hits. Larks finished their day with 6 hits, 5 walks, 6 runs, and they leave 7 on the base paths. They win it here by 1, a close game. One of the closest games they've had in a while. Hunter Parker gets his 6th win of the season. He is 6-2 as the teams do the handshake lines. Losing pitcher Easton Nichols, who is now 0-1 this season. Walton got the start, gave us 3 innings, and then Parker tossed the last 6. Larks had good days at the plate. Tanner Rice with a 3-run shot, also scored a run outside of his home run. Palmer Hutchison with a 2 RBI home run in the game as well. Brown with a run scored, Halter with a run scored, and Ferenzi with a run scored as well. Larks off tomorrow, and we'll be having 2 more games before the NBC World Series, where they'll play Austin on Thursday. So games Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday at 7:30, Wednesday at 7. Be sure to check those games out as the Larks look to get some more momentum moving into the NBC World Series. Larks are now 22-3 at home and have swept 7 series. They get their 8th series win of the season. They're now 16-3 in July, 32-8 on the season. Cougars fall to 15-19 on the season, their last regular season game. They're now 0-4 at Larks Park this year and 6-14 on the road, and their regular season on a 3-game losing streak. Larks win at 6-5 here today thanks to Hunter Parker, Tanner Rice, and Palmer Hutchison. We'll see you Tuesday as we have our second to last game of the 2022 regular season. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.